So here's the scenario. You just finished your cycling workout, your spin class, and you're ready for a stretch. Well, let's start with some nice wrist rolls. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I get on that bike and ride, I tend to grip. So big wrist circles here. Fingers are flared wide. And just to mess with your brain a little bit, I'm going to challenge you to bring your hands together like you're wearing one big bracelet around both wrists at the same time. So now we're just doing wrist circles, keeping the wrists together inside one giant bracelet. And then reverse that direction. Very nice. And then bring those arms out in front of you. You're going to cross at your wrists, interlace your fingers, press your knuckles forward. As you do this, pull your front ribs and belly in. From the side, it looks like this. You're pushing your knuckles forward, pulling your front ribs and belly in. Knees are going to be unlocked. You're going to twist side to side. When I do this, I think of a rainbird sprinkler. So you're going to sprinkle side to side here. Keep your front ribs and belly pulled in, your chin tucked, your tail tucked, and feel that stretch between your shoulder blades. And then come to neutral. Recross, but the other hand on top. Again, interlace fingers, knuckles pressing forward, waistline pulling back, knees are bent. And you could do some side to side. Coming to neutral, keeping your hands interlaced, knuckles come down, in, up, and out. You're going to feel this in your forearms. So this is what it looks from the side view. Keep your hands together, unwind. Notice which wrist is on top. You're going to recross, but the other wrist on top. Interlace your fingers again. Press your knuckles out, down, in, up, and out. Any amount at all. Most people will be here, especially if you have a big, strong texting habit. Other folks might be able to go a little bit further, but you do you. Do your best to keep breathing. And then from here, release. Take a great big inhale, arms come up and overhead. And exhale. Palms are forward for a shoulder shrug, inhaling up. And exhale back and down. Now at your sides, arms will stay straight. You're gonna make fists. Turn your fist to point backward. From the side view, you can see this. You're gonna flip one fist forward, and the other fist is gonna flip back. So you've got one fist forward, one fist backward. You're gonna turn your head all the way to one side. And then turn your head to the other side and flip your wrists the opposite way. And continue to turn and flip. Again, arms are straight down at your sides, and you are curling your fists tight one way, the other. Tight fist one way, and then the other. Now as you're doing this, turning your head side to side, notice which wrist is flipped forward every time you turn your head to the right. Every time you turn your head to the right, which wrist is flipped forward. Make that mental note. And the next time you turn your head to the right, pause, flip your wrists once, so now the other wrist is forward, and continue to turn head and alternate. If that worked correctly, every time you turn your head to the right, now the other wrist is flipping forward. If that didn't work out for you, that's fine. Just keep breathing. You'll be okay. And then come to neutral. Palms are forward for that shoulder shrug, inhaling up. And exhaling back and down. So we're doing a series of nerve glides. These are to help open up the muscles, the chest, to help release impingement on those carpal tunnel muscles. So palms are stretched forward. You're going to take your arms out to your sides and press your palms out to the sides, like you're in between two walls and they're closing in on you. Fingertips are pointing down. And then bring that in. Again, press your palms out. Fingertips curl down towards the floor. Palms pressing flat against two imaginary walls. And one more time. Press out. Now we're going to alternate sides. So your head's going to fall over to the right, and as you do so, press out through that left wrist. And then reset. And let your head fall over to the other side. Press out through the other wrist. So the challenge here is to let your head fall away from whichever arm is extending out. Let your head fall away from whichever arm is extending out. And make sure you extend that arm all the way out. Again, pressing palm flat against an imaginary wall. Fingertips are still flared. And you're tick-tocking your head side to side. Can you do all of that and still breathe? Very nice. Now the next time your head falls over to the right, stay there. With your head hanging to the right, nod yes if you like neck stretches. Still pressing out through that left palm, fingers flared wide. And reset. Let's do the same on the other side. Head falls away from the extending arm, and you nod yes with your head hanging to the side. And chin comes to the middle of your chest. Palms are forward for that shoulder shrug. Inhale up and exhale back and down. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together, squeeze your shoulder blades together onto your back, and feel that stretch across your chest. Now you can separate your feet, bend your knees, and hinge over for more neck stretch, more shoulder stretch. Knees are bent, head is hanging. Hands come to your hips, hands come onto your lap. That means bend your knees and lift your head up. And then as you exhale, arch your back for your cat pose. Inhale, head up, tail up. And exhale, arch. So it's a standing cat and cow. Loosening up your spine, moving back and forth through the cat and cow. Next time you arch into that cat pose, hold the pose but not your breath. Keep that belly lifted. Locate that right arm again. With an inhale, sweep up and open. Follow your hand with your gaze. And exhale, release. Same thing, other side. Inhale, sweep that left arm up and open. And exhale, release. Switching again. Inhale, up and away. And exhale. And inhale, open. And exhale. Once more on each side. Big inhale, open, says me. And exhale. Belly is lifted the entire time. Knees unlocked. And release. Now with both knees bent, reverse swan dive. Inhale, come all the way on up to standing. And then bend your elbows. Show me the sign for moose. Elbows are going to tip forward as you turn your palms towards your head. Hitchhike your thumbs backward. So again, from the profile view, thumbs backward, elbows tip forward. Elbows stay level with your shoulders. From here, you're going to look down into that left armpit and drop the left arm. Pull down on that right shoulder blade for more upper trapezius neck stretch. Pulling that right shoulder blade down your back, tucking your chin into your armpit. If you need even more stretch, that left hand can come up and over, and encourage your chin deeper into that right armpit. Knees unlocked, toes are spread, and you're doing your best to keep breathing. And dropping both arms, chin comes to the middle of your chest. Again, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades together, put your head on straight. And exhale, release. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows. Same thing, other side. Turning your palms towards your head, hitchhiking your thumbs backward, elbows tip forward. This time you're going to look down into your right armpit and drop that right arm. Pulling that left shoulder blade down your back. Chin tucked down into your chest, and if you need even more intensity, that bottom hand comes up and over to tuck your chin down into your armpit. And you do your best to keep breathing. And again, release. Big inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale. Now let's take that right leg, cross it behind. You're going to squeeze your thighs together, but keep your knees unlocked. Inhale, both arms come up and overhead. Left hand comes to your hip as you come over into a side stretch. Both knees are unlocked, thighs are squeezing together, front ribs and belly are engaged, and you're lengthening out through your pinky finger, maybe sweeping back through your thumb, opening up your side body. Top elbow bends. You could uncross your legs if you like. And pull that top elbow behind your head, any amount at all. Knees unlocked, Toes are spread. Head's on straight, front ribs and belly are pulled in to make this look good. And release. Let's do the same thing on the other side, crossing that left leg behind, squeezing your thighs together, zipping up through the midline. Arms come up and overhead. Right hand to your hip as you come over into that side stretch. Again, shoulders are down away from your ears, front ribs and belly are engaged, knees unlocked, and your thighs are squeezing in. Toes are spread. Top elbow bends. You can uncross your legs and pull that elbow behind your head any amount at all. Head is on straight, front ribs and belly are retracted, pulled back. Very nice. And release. From here, you're going to step your feet nice and wide. And let that right knee bend. Elbow comes down onto your lap. So both feet are solid, flat down on the floor. Left arm dangles. Feel that shoulder blade peeling away from your spine. Both feet solidly, firmly planted down on the floor. And then reverse the direction on that circle. Elbow on your lap is going to allow you to help open this pose up. I'll take that arm and start to tick-tock it forward and backward like a pendulum on a grandfather clock. We're going to get a little bit more sophisticated and synchronize breath with movement so that as you inhale, that arm sweeps forward, and as you exhale, you drop down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, drop down. Use the elbow on your lap to open up a little bit more, and exhale, drop. Big inhale, open, and exhale, drop. And one more time, big inhale, air guitar, come all the way on up. And let's switch sides. Turn all 10 toes to go the other way. Elbow on your lap. Right arm is dangling. So both feet solidly, firmly planted on the floor. Arm is dangling, feeling that shoulder blade peel away from your spine. Let the arm circle the other way. And then tick-tock, forward and backward, pendulum on a grandfather clock. A little bit more sophisticated. Inhale, sweeping forward. Exhaling, dropping down. Use the elbow on your lap to inhale, take a bigger sweep. And exhale, drop. Inhale, open. And exhale, down. About 2 more just like that. Big inhale, open. And exhale, down. And one more time, inhale all the way up. And open. Now you're going to turn all 10 toes in. Let me scooch back so you can see my feet. There they are. All 10 toes turn in. Knees are going to be unlocked, and you're going to flip your hips up to the sky and hinge on over. Fingertips coming on down to the ground. It is hot out there in the sun, so I'm going to step forward back into the shade. But you know what's going on here with the toes. Toes are in, heels are out, and you're in that forward fold. Feeling a good stretch on the backs of the legs. And then soften both knees. Hands come onto your lap, round your back. Inhale, come all the way on up. So we're going to get a little bit more intense with those stretches. Take your feet wide, narrow. Step your feet together. And now from the profile view, you're going to take one leg straight out in front, and the back knee is going to bend. So front leg is straight, back knee is bent. You're going to hinge forward, flipping your buns out towards the sun, coming into a forward fold. The more you perk your sit bones up to the sky, the more intense this hamstring stretch will be on the back of the leg. And then inhale, come all the way on up. And let's shuffle switch, do the other side. So front leg is straight, back leg is bent. Hinging on over, perky butt. Coming into that forward fold for that hamstring stretch on the back of the leg. And come on up. And now, just to mess with your brain, we're going to alternate. So front leg is straight, back leg is bent. You're going to inhale up. And as you exhale, take a bow. Front leg is straight, back leg is bent. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, take a bow. So whichever leg is in front is straight, whichever leg is behind is bent. One more time. Exhale, take a bow. And inhale, come all the way on up. And let's switch, put the other leg in front. Front leg is straight, back leg is bent as you take a bow. Inhaling up. And exhale, bowing forward. One more on this side. And exhale, take a bow. And inhale, come all the way on up. All right, hands come to your hips. You're gonna take a giant step back, pick a foot, it doesn't matter which. Nice long stride. So now the front knee is gonna be bent, the back leg is gonna be straight, and you're gonna angle forward about 45 degrees. Notice my back heel is lifted and I'm pressing straight back. You're cheating yourself out of the stretch if you just let that heel flop in. So take that back heel and stretch the inner heel straight back as much as you can to feel a good strong calf muscle stretch on that back leg. Front knee is bent, hands can come to your lap. Do your best to keep breathing. Find your belly, pull that belly up into your body, bend both knees, zip up those tight pants. This will get you a little bit more of a hip flexor stretch. Again, that back heel is lifted, both my knees are bent. And you can see here there is some width between my feet. There's length, but there's also width. That width lets you balance. And then step forward. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll turn sideways so you can see the profile view on this one. So again, you're taking a nice long stride between the front and back foot. The front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. You're pressing hard through that back heel. So there's a long stride between my feet, but there's also width that we talked about earlier. Again, that back heel is stretching straight back down towards the ground. It might not touch today. Bending both knees, zipping up your tight pants. You're doing a pelvic thrust to get that stretch down the front of the hip. Belly pulled in, tail tucked under. You have a nice long lower back. Both knees are bent. And then step forward. Shoulder shrug, inhale up. Exhale, back and down. You're going to shift all your weight over to one side, standing on one foot. You might need to hold on to something for balance. Let's take a big swing. You're going to start to bring that knee up towards your nose. So knee to nose as best you can. How high can it go? Bring that knee all the way in towards your nose and grab hold of it. You might be holding onto a wall, or if you're feeling really good about your balance, you can hold on to your knee with both hands. Roll out that ankle. Now again, your standing knee is unlocked. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted, and your tail is tucked under. You're doing a pelvic thrust here to lift that knee up higher. And roll the ankle the other way, big loopy ankle circles. Good. And then reaching down to the ankle, drag your heel into your hip. Again, you might need to hold on to the wall for balance. Heel to butt. Notice you're pulling your pelvic floor up into your body. And you're balancing. And release. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Again, might need to hold on to something for balance. Take that other leg, start to swing it forward, hiking that knee up towards your nose as high as it can go. And then eventually grabbing hold of the knee with one or maybe both hands. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted, pelvic thrust, belly pulled up into your body, and you're rolling out the ankle. And roll the ankle around the other way. From here, sliding your hand down to the ankle, bringing your heel to your butt. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this. You're doing your best to stay upright, so you might need to hold on to something for balance. Your front ribs and belly are pulled in, you're doing that pelvic thrust, and you're swinging that knee down and away. And you're doing your best to keep breathing. And then release. Time flies when you're having fun. You're going to finish with a great big inhale all the way on up. And exhale down. Let's do that again. Big inhale, arms come up and overhead. And exhale down. One more time. Great big inhale like you mean it. And then exhale. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.